Hi, this is VladZ, and in previous video I shared with you what are principles and how to use them for your benefit and how to actually write what is working and follow it, and not to overcomplicate it on one side, and to make them really simple and to actually follow them so that you'll get the most out of them, and there will no longer be any thinking or any work from your side involved. It will be just a no-brainer. You just do it and you get the benefits. These are the principles, and these are the primary benefits of them and how to actually use them for you. So right now I'm gonna continue this thing, and I want to tell you that when you were just starting business, what did you do? Well, you followed your passion. You did what you really loved. You loved that a lot, and you were so inspired, so motivated. You were doing it with much love, and something happened. You wasn't that productive. You didn't like what you loved the most, and it just felt like your hands are right there lying next to you and you can't even use them. So you were like, what's the point? You had bad prospects who were saying that, oh man, I'm with you, I really want to have your product or service, your service most likely, and I really want your help. And there comes like buts, and you know those buts, they're just excuses, and you're sitting there. Or if you have if you're tired, if you have tried a lot of things but they didn't work out, and you was going to a lot of courses, you was going through a lot of trainings, and you were gathering all the information, you were making all the researches needed, you were doing a lot of work, you were doing, but something didn't work out. So why is that? And most probably it was the lack of discipline. And I'll tell you what is discipline and how to set it and how to set the boundaries, so you'll know that you're disciplined and you're flexible, so you're able to be accountable, and you're able to really deliver what you need, no matter what, no matter like if a potential client or a client says something really bad to you, or if he just disappears, or if he, I don't know, well, there are different situations, and you will tell me, you'll have this kind of image of, oh, this is not working right now, or I'm lacking something, and you don't know what is that. And the answer is simple: you lack the persistence and you lack the discipline, because motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. And discipline is really what it takes to get you to your desire. And it sounds really simple, and you'll think like, yeah, this sounds like a good idea, but you know, I did a lot of stuff and it didn't work out. Well, yeah, you're right. And if you're doing everything properly and it doesn't work out for a long term, and you know that it should work out, well, if you're doing everything in the right way, it just means that massive success awaits, and it will come, and it will just it will just be so big that you can't even imagine, because you were waiting for a lot of time. You have done all the work, and based on that work, your results will come. But they will come a little bit later. And the thing is, well, for example, let's say I start training and I start doing push-ups, and I do 10 today, and my goal is 30. 10 is not 30. This is not my goal. So I should be really upset, but I'm not. Why? Because tomorrow I'll do 11. Day after tomorrow I'll do 12. Day after the day after tomorrow I'll do 13. And in a month I'll do my 30. That's it. And if I'm really bad at exercising, I can do 30 in a month, relaxed, just by doing it every day and just slightly improving the process. So let me tell you more about discipline and how it really affects you, and how to be disciplined and really to understand what is the best practices that you can use in your life right now, so that you will get rid of all the garbage that you don't need, and you'll use all the things and all the tools that you have right now but you're not using, and you will benefit from that a lot. So part number 1 is the discipline that is your schedule. So part 1 of the discipline is your schedule and how you do things on your daily basis. So it is really important to understand that having a set actions that you do relentlessly, no matter what, in this exact order, you do it exactly the same way, is way more beneficial than doing trying everything else or seeking for the best thing. It is better to do the worst thing, but to do it consistently. And let me explain why. Let me explain why it is really important to do even bad things, but if you do them consistently and without any thinking, that's better than just trying to find something. Because, we have a limited amount of energy, and we have a limited amount of our brain power, and we have a limited amount of our mental power. So if you're wasting those in your preparation time, and this is exactly what is your morning routine and evening routine. So your morning and evening routine, if you didn't find an appropriate one, just stick to one. That's it. And then understand, I can improve that by doing this, or I can improve that by doing this, but you'll get it in a different time. So let me get to that gradually. First of all, you just have to have any kind of routine, and its main goal is to prepare you for your next step. So for example, morning routine is to prepare you for the work. So what do you do in your morning routine? You gotta wake up, you gotta make sure that you wake up, that you're not sleepy, you gotta make sure that you worked out, because it gives you a lot of energy to spend throughout the day. you gotta make sure that you meditate, because you gotta make sure that throughout the day you'll be really focused and you can really rely on yourself. And these are necessary activities that you have to implement in your morning routine, and what to do in your evening routine. So in the evening you have to read or learn. Well, for example, watch documentaries, read books, learn from billionaires or people who really inspire you. So you gotta choose what to learn from, and this is what you should do in evenings, because it's really good to do that before you go to sleep, and after that to go and to go to your bed, to go to the shower and go to your bed. So yeah, why is that so important to have it fixed and not to change it? Because our mind, well, we are not programmed to think a lot. We're not programmed to use mental activity a lot. This is why we need it in our work. And in those preparation types of activities, we just need to execute and just to develop a really simple plan that you can use every day. If you didn't develop like your structured plan, you can use a really simple, like wake up, go to the shower, go exercise, go to the shower, meditate, go to work. That's it. But, well, I want to tell you one of the best practices of daily routine, and it's 6:30, you wake up, then you go exercise, and you exercise, you wake up, then you go brush your teeth, and you go to the shower, then you go exercise. You exercise for about 1.5 hour, and then you go back, you take a shower, you eat, you go meditate. So 6:30, wake up, 8:10 a.m. You get back from your exercising activities. Then in 10 minutes you have breakfast, so 8:20 you got your breakfast, then 8:40 you got your meditation, and then you're able to get to work. So that's it. Really easy, and you can do it right now, even if you don't have anything. So our evening routine should be something like, we gotta have reading. You may have meditation there, you may have any type of learning activities there. And one thing that I really encourage you to do is to do your to-do list in the morning and in the evening, because you will understand what you do throughout the day and what are your goals that you want to achieve. And when you have those goals, it's really simple. You're doing everything to achieve them, and after you've achieved them, you take your next goals and you're trying to achieve them, and you achieve them, and you move to the next ones. So when you do that, it becomes really simple. And then when you're working, you have so much energy, you have so much focused energy that you can use in order to make your business really grow, and you will make wise decisions because you have a lot of energy, because you have a lot of power, because you have a lot of brain to use, and you are able to do that. let me tell you one thing. I was really good. I have an average intellect, but I was really good at all the studies that I was in. And the only thing that made me successful there is actually focus. And I was really focused on preparation, and these were my morning and evening routines. And I was focused on actually getting the best results in particular studies. So I was doing just that, and nothing apart from that. And this is why I have really huge results in that. This is why I was able to make some business success after that, because I was really focused on what's important and just repelled at everything else. And when you do that, you just free a lot of energy that you could use, you could have used, but you didn't. And this is why I really encourage you to do that. So let me remind you, 6:30 you wake up, you go to the shower, you brush your teeth, then 10 a.m. approximately time like that, you get back from your exercise and you take a shower, then you go have a breakfast. 8:20 you finish your breakfast, 8:40 you finish your meditation, and after that you're able to do the work. Then at 2 p.m. approximately you have lunch, then at 7 p.m. you have your dinner, then at 9 p.m. you're and yeah, at 8:30 I really encourage you to do to-do list, and at 8 p.m. Approximately you do your to-do list, then you do reading or learning for about 1.5 hours, and you prepare for sleep, and you go to sleep. That's it. So the thing number 2 that I want to share with you in this video are boundaries and how to make this flexible. So what I want to tell you is that not every time you will stick to a schedule, that's for sure, because, well, for example, you had a client who is on call and you cannot get out of there, and he wants your attention for 1 more hour, so you gotta work 1 more hour, so you go to end your day at 10 p.m. Thus, your day just shifts an hour. Oh, I'm sorry. Your day is just shifting to an hour, to an hour later than it was before. So when you do that, it is fine, because that's just an hour, and your working day is a lot more than just 1 hour. But if that's, for example, an activity like your exercise, and you exercise not 1.5 hours, you exercise 3 hours, that's a little bit too much. You may be too tired to do anything after that, so it's not good to do that. And now I will tell you why boundaries in general are important, and why should you use them, and how will you use them for your best benefit. So all in all, in general, you just have to have something to measure, and you gotta have this measurement, and this is how you define boundaries. So at first you take this measurement and you understand like what's working the best, and then you just apply it and you use it relentlessly. No, it doesn't matter what others will say, only if they provide you the proof that you will benefit more by doing elsewhere, you can change it. So for example, let's say your bank account and your working day. If you're working like 5 hours a day, that's nothing. If you're working like 7 hours a day, that's better, but still not it. So you will understand, like, approximately 10 hours a day. This is the best way to use your time of working. Because if you have more than 16 hours, 15 hours a day of work, you'll see that your productivity falls drastically. And if you work like 24 hours, you're not sleeping, you're just screwed, and you will perform badly. You can't do like simple tasks that doesn't involve anything much, but you're not able to create anything if you're not sleeping. So you just kind of have to find this balance. And for example, your balance will be from 8 hours to 14 hours, and this is the boundaries. These are the boundaries, 8 and 14, and you're working just between those two. And you're not working like 7 hours. You're not working 15 hours. Because that's not productive for you. And this is what you do. And then if something happens and you see a proof that, well, for example, and then one day you worked for 14 hours and you noticed that your productivity really fell, and you were really in a bad shape, you understood, like, oh, I gotta move this boundary to 13. So this is how you move those boundaries. I want to share with you one simple concept, how to use those boundaries in anything. Like anything. You can use it in a relationship, in your business, in your life, in your sports activities, in your hobbies, anywhere. But most likely you will use it in your business. So you just choose something and choose the measurement, just like we did before. So for example, you choose like Facebook ads and money spent. It doesn't matter, you just choose something. And I will tell you in abstract words right now, and you'll apply it later on. So you choose something and choose and you think like, oh, what is the minimum possible thing that I can do here? And you just do it. It doesn't matter what others say, as long as it is legal, moral, and ethical, and you don't die from that. Just do it. So you don't suffer from it, or like really drastically. Just do it. The worst possible scenario, the worst thing ever, and just understand, like, if it's real, you have to be prepared for that. You don't have to expect that, but you have to be prepared. And after that, choose what's the best and what sounds like a heaven, and oh, it's just too good to be true. So do that also, just to understand what are the general boundaries and what is there actually happening. And after that, you know what are the limits that you cannot exceed, like never ever. And after that, from that, you think like, is that the most productive way, or I should move them closer? And most likely you will make those limits not like that. You'll make them smaller, because it is not the most productive way to do that. So for example, if you spend $1 on Facebook ads, you'll get nothing. If you spend like 20 cents for Facebook ads, you'll get nothing. But just to try it, you gotta do this. And if you increase that to too much money for the ad that you're showing, you will suffer from it too, because you will just not have enough people to show it for. So this is how it works, and this is how you set up the boundaries. So you just choose the limits. They're like absolute minimum and absolute maximum, and after that you are defining your boundaries in those, so that you understand, like, okay, these are my boundaries that I'm operating in, because I'm really comfortable right here. Because of a lot of reasons, I use that in order to get my thing the most productively. So yeah, I just shared with you what is the discipline and how to be flexible, so how to set the boundaries. Another good thing is hydration. You should always be hydrated. Meditation is also a good thing. You should meditate. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and hit the smile. Oh my god, hit this smack the like button if you like this video. I'm a little bit tired, so sorry about that, and see you in the next one.